Since you're listening to our channel, you're probably not someone content with mediocrity. Yet in reality, most people are mediocre. Today's topic is: do not surrender to mediocrity. Mediocrity does not mean lack of skill. Many people once worked hard in youth, graduated from top universities, and had excellent professional skills, yet still ended up completing their careers in a mediocre way. Mediocrity is a state of not thinking, not breaking through, accepting the status quo, seeking no achievements but avoiding mistakes, moving step by step, and going with the flow. Perhaps everyone once had great ambitions. So why did that sharp edge get worn away? Because mediocrity is like gravity. We call mediocrity a kind of gravity because it is a natural phenomenon. A person's natural state is standing on the ground, not flying in the air. Only with great momentum, enough to exceed escape velocity, can you remain aloft without falling. Flying requires explanation. Standing on the ground does not. Mediocrity requires no explanation. Most people find staying on the ground acceptable. But if you want to be extraordinary, you must believe the status quo is unacceptable. Only then will you push forward, even take risks. If the status quo is acceptable, people tend to maintain it. A behavioral economics concept called the status quo bias. For example, if you're comfortable at your company, even if you hear there are better opportunities elsewhere, you might still refuse to leave. In 2023, a survey of U.S. college graduates found that among Gen Z, a staggering 85% listed stability as their top career priority. That's surprising. Is this really America? Their grandparents were fiercely ambitious, chasing wealth whenever possible. Isn't U.S. workplace culture supposed to be greed is good? Gen Z's pursuit of stability may be because they already enjoy a good status quo. Venture capitalists in Silicon Valley often say the best entrepreneurs are not only smart but preferably poor. Because poverty fuels a powerful hunger for wealth. Without poverty, people are more likely to settle. In 2022, Bain & Company published a report analyzing today's workforce worldwide. Drawing on motivational theory and psychology, they examined employees across 10 dimensions, such as: how much do identity and meaning come from work? How much does income affect happiness? Do you live in the moment or invest in the future? Do you care whether others see you as successful? What is your risk tolerance? Do you prefer change or predictability? How much control do you feel over your work? Do you value teamwork? How much satisfaction do you get from craftsmanship? How important is making a positive social impact to you? Based on these, they identified 6 types of workers. 1. Operators. For operators, work is just a job. They don't seek meaning or value from it. Their focus is outside work. Family, hobbies, leisure. Their main demand is stability. They aren't very concerned about promotions or raises. 2. Givers. Givers see work as a form of service. Often doctors or teachers, they devote themselves to helping others. They value teamwork and deep relationships, but dislike change and show little interest in novelty. A diligent high school teacher might help students succeed academically, but ignore trends like AI in classrooms. 3. Artisans. Artisans are passionate about their craft and enjoy the process. Often technicians or engineers, they care more about the craft itself than the business value it creates. They may be highly skilled but lack ambition. 4. Explorers. Explorers value freedom and experience, seeking variety and excitement. Their identity isn't tied to one job but to life's broader journey. They switch jobs when bored, lack long-term drive, and have weak career attachment. 5. Strivers. Strivers hunger for success, with strong ambition and willingness to sacrifice personal life. In China, some firms even have striver agreements, where employees trade personal life for high rewards. Strivers are goal-driven and competitive, but may damage relationships at work. 6. Pioneers. Pioneers aim to change the world. They are the most ambitious, focused on systemic transformation over personal gain. They break the status quo, tolerate risk, and hold grand visions. They may appear domineering, but that's because they put vision above all else. I've included a link in the notes where you can test which type you are. In my view, operators are the most mediocre. Givers, artisans, and explorers rarely achieve great success. Strivers may succeed but remain limited in scope. Only pioneers play big and truly escape mediocrity. The Bain report also showed the distribution of these 6 types across countries. In both China and the US, operators are the largest group, followed by strivers, with pioneers the smallest. In the US, across roles, operators dominate, especially in administrative jobs. Among all professions, knowledge workers include the most pioneers. And tellingly, 25% of executives are pioneers. That makes sense. Leaders are usually those unwilling to be mediocre. The key difference: strivers work for themselves. Pioneers work for a cause. Strivers see risk as a necessary burden. Pioneers enjoy risk. To break through, to take risks, to challenge the status quo. That is the essence of being extraordinary. It's easy to see why many choose to be operators, givers, explorers, or artisans. They want to enjoy life. They're content with the status quo, maybe even happy in it. They don't need to stir things up. Yet in earlier life stages, even they may have once been strivers or pioneers. Gravity means that, even if you once had lofty ambitions and soared high, eventually you're pulled back down into mediocrity. Imagine you're a pioneer. You're dissatisfied with reality, driven by a grand vision, working tirelessly for change. To others, it looks like you're making trouble out of nothing. Family expects you home on time with the kids. Friends say an ordinary life is good enough. Social media memes celebrate Fridays, hate Mondays, and glorify being overworked, cogs in the machine. They're not wrong. Family obligations pile up. Kids need raising, parents need care, your spouse needs attention, the house needs fixing. Why go stir up trouble outside when home already overwhelms you? For most, work is simply cash flow. As the saying goes, those who know me understand my worries, those who don't ask what I see. Statistics show young people have stronger entrepreneurial intentions than older people. But once people reach middle age and start families, that drive drops sharply. Ironically, middle-aged entrepreneurs often succeed more than young ones. They have more experience and resources. Yet most don't even try. Former pioneers fade into operators. Mediocrity's gravity has pinned them down. An even stronger pull comes from the company itself. As a pioneer, if you push for change, you must break convention and take risks. What do your operator colleagues say? This violates company rules. It's risky. You must follow procedure. To them, you're a troublemaker. Every large, long-lived organization develops a culture of bureaucracy. Endless rules, manuals, processes. These are the lifeblood of operators. The greatest advantage of process is blame shifting. If you followed the rules, no matter what goes wrong, responsibility isn't yours. You keep your stable life. Ask for flexibility. They'll laugh at your naivety. Or accuse you of endangering the company. But innovation always involves risk. Operators aren't interested. Their jobs exist thanks to past innovators, yet they themselves refuse to innovate. They won't accept even 0.1% risk. It's not worth it. Worse, they'll hold you accountable. Even a brilliant general like Li Guang was said to never win against bureaucrats. Operators excel at being bureaucrats. Sociologist Robert Merton long ago coined the term trained incapacity. As organizations grow, bureaucracy thickens, and procedures multiply until no one knows how to truly unleash the organization's potential. Pioneers are shackled, their vitality smothered. Mediocrity's gravity drags the entire organization to the ground. Most people are mediocre not because they lack talent or ambition, but because they cannot escape mediocrity's gravity. Children cry, spouses nag, bureaucrats sneer. Will you still persist in doing the unusual? You'll find the path of least resistance. The most comfortable choice is to join the mediocre. Follow the process. Go step by step. Celebrate peaceful days. But I strongly advise against becoming mediocre, especially an operator. You must prepare for old age. Operators dream of quietly finishing careers, retiring on pensions, and enjoying a sunset glow. Reality isn't so kind. Mediocrity quietly accumulates risk. Companies without vitality get disrupted by others' innovations. Even if your firm survives and you secure your pension, your later years still carry hidden dangers. Studies show that, those who spend decades in unstimulating routine jobs face a 66% higher risk of mild cognitive impairment and 37% higher risk of dementia after age 70. By contrast, those in cognitively demanding roles, always learning, always pursuing purpose, decline much more slowly. Other research finds repetitive low-complexity work literally shrinks gray matter in the brain. A life of peaceful years is no ideal. Life is meaningful when it involves striving. Gravity is real, but when a young person looks up at the stars, their dream is not to stay on the ground. Do not surrender to mediocrity. That's it for today's content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
If you feel there is value in this, please like, subscribe to this channel, and leave your thoughts or suggestions in the comments section. Let's grow together and read more good books.